love my coffee in the morning. Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, it really wouldn't work, and I mean that honestly and truly. This just would not work. I get lots of emails, I get a lot of Facebook messages, I get tweeted at, and things like that, and I try and answer all of them. But between doing this, doing my day job, taking care of my family and all that, I don't get to all of them because I do stay really, really busy. But I want to acknowledge Phil Young, Cornelio Baca, and I'm going to really butcher this one up. Sholat Herrera's. Okay, forgive me. I suck at reading names. All you guys have been added to the drawing. This week's drawing is for the Bill Bates autographed Jobu T-shirt, and it's funny because I love it when people challenge me, and they'll say you're just full of crap. I had a person comment and said, "You're just signing these shirts, man. It's all bullshit. They're not really with those people. You know, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should go to jail and yada, yada, yada." So what I thought I would do is I would include this picture right here with Bill Bates, Jobu, and the t-shirt. So that way I don't have an authentication. Excuse me. I'll include that with the shirt, so that way you can see that Bill Bates is there with the shirt and Jobu. I didn't get the authentication papers or anything like that. I guess I should have, and I guess I will in the future. But it is, in fact, with Bill Bates. And it is autographed, and it is real. And if you ever see Bill Bates, ask him about Jobu. In fact, I got him on a clip there. So it is legit. As well as the Charles Haley one as well, too, and things like that. But I appreciate everybody. We're trying to upgrade the studio this off season to get ready for 2017, which brings me back to a comment that I got on an email. Said they love the show, which I appreciate, and that I should start covering the playoffs. You mean the NFL season didn't end when the Cowboys lost? Yeah, we're going to start covering the other teams that are out there. Yeah, we'll talk about the playoffs that are going on this weekend, so that way we will have, a worldview. It's just been so much that's been going on with our Cowboys that I want to keep you up on that. So later on today, I've got to go to D.C. It's actually snowing, pick up some stuff for work, and do a couple other things and running around and some work in my shop. But tomorrow, we will start talking about the other teams in the playoffs and who we'd like to actually see go to the Super Bowl. I'm going to tell you right now, because Mike Zimmer, hell of a guy, almost went blind last year. I'm rooting for Minnesota Vikings, and don't even start this crap that, oh, you're not a real Cowboy fan. I'd like to see Minnesota do it because when I grew up, Minnesota Vikings lost 4 Super Bowl games. 4. It'd be nice to see them because, it's Minnesota. It's cold as shit. Wish them some luck. And on the AFC, anybody but New England. But I'm going to go for the Jacksonville Jaguars because of Calais Campbell, a guy that I said should be here in Dallas, a guy who would have been a difference maker. If you had put Calais Campbell on one side and DeMarcus Lawrence on the other, it wouldn't have mattered who was back behind there, man. It would have been an unstoppable defense. But it is what it is, and we've got who we got. And speaking of who we've got, it sounds like you're hearing the right things from the players. At the end of the year, the team that you have right now will never, ever be the exact same. Some guys are going to get cut. Some guys are going to be retired. Some guys are going to leave by free agency. So that season is done. But you're hearing guys like DeMarcus Lawrence saying, I know I'll be here. Either I'll get franchise tag or we'll work out a long-term deal, but I plan on being here, which is what you want to hear. You hear David Irving, and I got to be honest, I am worried about David Irving beyond the field. I'm worried about his quality of life, dealing with this concussion, which was a serious, serious hit. But, he's an unrestricted free agent too, or restricted free agent. And he could go out and make some money. But he wants to be here. Jason Witten, who last year was on the fence on whether or not he was coming back, he says he wants to be back here. The only person I haven't heard anything from, Des Bryant says, hey, I'm a Cowboy for life and all that. I want to be here. I want to get back to work and things. I just don't want a pay cut. So we'll have to see how that one works out, but I don't think that one is. But the person that I'm concerned about or wondering about and haven't heard anything from is Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley was ill last week, didn't play in the final game, and he has an out in his contract. And here's the thing. Right now we got about $15 million in the cap, which is great. It's better than what we usually have. Basically, we're about $40 million ahead of where we usually are at this time of year, because usually we're about 25,000 behind. But with Zach Martin, with DeMarcus Lawrence, if he gets franchise tag, you're paying that whole bill right off the top if you don't work out a long-term deal. With David Irving and some of the other players, we're going to need some cap room. And you're going to start looking around at some people like, I hate to say it, but Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley is about 3.6, I think. I could be off. But you could basically save about $3 million. And you have to wonder, as the Cowboys' plans, this is all about dollars and cents. Is Ryan Switzer the viable option for Cole Beasley, who had a down year? Not that anybody had an up year on the offense, but that's one of those things you have to wonder. Will Cole Beasley be back in Dallas next year? You have to wonder. You look at Danny Amendola, and I probably butchered his name up as well, but a lot of people forget that the Cowboys originally had him his rookie year in training camp and ended up letting him go, and he had a productive career, although be it injured with the Rams and then with New England. Could history be repeating itself with Cole Beasley? I don't know. But that's one of those things that we'll know in very short order, because we'll know about free agency coming up in March, in the beginning of the league year. But that's going to be one of those things that the team has to start figuring out. Who's to stay, who's to go, who are we going to pay? Because you can't pay and keep everybody. And you have to look at not only who you try and keep, but who you go out and get. Because we have some places where we need some help. We have great frontline players, some of the best. But the problem for the Cowboys is we don't have the backups to take care of the team when we lose the starters. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, I've got to go out here and get in this cold. I've got the Charles Haley jersey that's going in the mail. I've got the shot glass because, see, you guys missed out. On the end of a video, I ended up putting in, whoever says Jobu rules first gets a shot glass. So, for sure, or what is, I can't remember. He's getting his shot glass today. I've got a Jobu t-shirt that's going to Canada, and the Charles Haley jersey is going out too. So, as always, guys, thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. And if you want to get in on the drawing for this for the live stream on Monday night, which we do a drawing every Monday night, just go to CowboyJobu.com. And you make a donation, any donation. If it's $1, you're entered into the contest. And once you're in, you are in until you win something. Okay, I'm trying to pass this on because I really don't want to go out in the snow and the cold. So I'm trying to make this last as long as possible. Maybe I'll just sit here and drink some coffee. I hate the cold. All right, guys. I'm out.
Turn things on or off from anywhere in the room. Just plug in a clapper and a lamp, stereo, almost anything you want to clap on and off.